For almost 2 years, everything in my relationship felt stable, predictable, even comforting. Sarah and I had moved in together 8 months earlier and life genuinely felt good. We'd settled into a rhythm, shared dinners, movie nights, lazy weekends. It felt like the beginning of a future. But about a month ago, something changed. Sarah started acting strangely. She guarded her phone like it contained national secrets. She kept making comments about the future, but in a way that didn't feel casual anymore. She'd say things like, "Imagine a little one running around here," or "Wouldn't it be nice to start a family before we're 30? I thought she was just daydreaming. Couples do that sometimes. But then one Tuesday morning, everything shifted. I woke up and saw Sarah sitting at the edge of the bed, crying. Her hands were shaking. When I asked what was wrong, she didn't say a word. She had just held out a pregnancy test with 2 bright pink lines. My heart stopped. I'd imagined this moment someday, but not now. Not suddenly, not like this. She told me she'd taken 3 tests, all positive, and she looked overwhelmed, emotional in a way I had never seen before. I won't lie, I was terrified. I'm 26, doing okay financially, but a baby changes everything. Still, after the initial shock faded, I started warming to the idea. I told her we'd make it work, that we'd figure it out together. Over the next few days, something inside me shifted. I caught myself scrolling through crib designs, looking at our budget, thinking about moving into a bigger place, planning mentally and emotionally for a child. Sarah seemed thrilled. At night we talked about baby names, parenting styles, even what our future might look like as a family. For a moment it felt real, even exciting. But then the topic of marriage started coming up. At first it was subtle. Mentions of a friend's engagement, her cousin's wedding. But soon she was sending me links to rings, venues, dresses. She even made a Pinterest board titled Our Future, completely filled with wedding ideas. I told her gently, repeatedly, that yes, I wanted to marry her someday. But I didn't want our engagement to be reactionary. I didn't want to propose because of a pregnancy. I wanted it to be meaningful, something we chose together when the time felt right. That conversation didn't go well. The argument started. She accused me of being unsure about her. She said if I really loved her, I'd make it official before the baby came. I kept trying to explain that my hesitation wasn't about commitment. It was about wanting the moment to be real, but she didn't want to hear it. And then last week, everything fell apart. I came home from work and found Sarah crying on the couch. At first I feared something was wrong with the baby. My mind went to the worst places, but the truth was something I could have never imagined. She told me she wasn't pregnant. She never had been. The tests were fake. She had ordered them online. She said she panicked, as she feared I'd never propose. And she thought that if I believed she was pregnant, I'd finally step up. I remember just staring at her numb as the realization sank in. For weeks, I had rearranged my entire future. I had grown attached to a child that never existed. I had been emotionally preparing for fatherhood, and all of it was a lie. I asked her why she would do something so manipulative. She'd blamed pressure, her sister's engagement, her friends getting married, feeling like life was leaving her behind. She'd begged me not to leave. She'd promised she'd never lie again. But something inside me had broken. Trust doesn't just bend under something like that, it shatters. I left for a few days to clear my head, stayed with my friend Mike. When I came back to gather some of my things, I found out Sarah had taken her lies even further. She told her friends, her families, that I had abandoned her after she miscarried. Suddenly, people looked at me like I was a monster, a cold, heartless man who walked out after losing a baby. Meanwhile, the truth, the real truth, was so much darker than any version she had told them. I confronted her, demanded she tell everyone what really happened. She refused. He said she was too embarrassed. He said it was easier if people believed her story. So I moved out completely. The relationship is over, but the fallout is still with me. Some days I feel angry, some days just sad. I keep thinking about all the conversations we had, all the emotion she displayed over a pregnancy that wasn't real. I don't know if she's a gifted actress, or if she somehow convinced herself the lie was justified. My friends say I dodged a bullet, that someone who can fake a pregnancy to force a proposal could lie about anything. They're right. But it still hurts to realize the person I loved, the person I wanted a future with, never saw love as enough. She needed control, certainty, guarantees, and instead of asking for them, she tried to manufacture them. I know I'll be okay eventually, but right now, the wound is fresh, and trust feels like something I'll need time to rebuild, not just with others, but with myself.